Students, today's topic is geometrical isomerism and optical isomerism in octahedral complexes. Okay, in before video we have seen the geometrical isomerism in square planar. In today's topic we are going to see the geometrical as well as optical isomerism in octahedral complexes. So before that we are going to see about what is optical isomerism. See here, this is plane polarized light, PPL it is. That means here the light's direction it is in unidirection only in one direction only it is. So it is called plane polarized light. When this plane polarized light passes through the complex compound, this is our complex compound it is, CC it is. So if the rotation of plane polarized light changes either to the right or either to the left side, then this complex compound is said to be optical isomerism. This compound will show the optical activity and they exhibit optical isomerism. And if this complex compound does not rotate the plane polarized light either to right direction or to the left direction, if it is remain as it is, then this complex compound does not show any optical activity, okay, and does not exhibit any optical isomerism. So this compound is optically active here. If they rotate the plane polarized light either to the right side or either to the left side, then this complex compound it is shows optical activity and exhibit optical isomerism. So if these isomers they rotate the plane polarized light to the right side, that isomer is called dextroform, it is dextrorotatory. And if the isomers they rotate the plane polarized light to the left side, then it is called Leo rotatory, or in short it is called Leo form or L form it is. So in short we can denote by D and L here. So these optical isomers, okay, so these are a pair of molecules. These optical isomers are what here? A pair of molecules which are mirror images to each others. Here we have dextro, here we have Leo here. Okay, a molecule they will have same molecular formula, but they are differ in rotating the plane polarized light here. One will rotate to the right side direction, one will rotate to the left side direction here. So these optical isomers, they are a pair of molecules which rotate the plane of polarized light either to right side, either to left side. Okay, so they are mirror images of each other here. See here, if you take the tetrahedral molecule, and in this tetrahedral if you take the same type of ligand here, A type here, and take its mirror image. What is this one? This is called, these are superimposable mirror images. Means here, if this one, if we keep on this, okay, so this structure it will be whole covered by this one, because this is A, here A are there. So this structure it is totally covered by this one here. That is called superimposable mirror images here. Okay, but if we will take here different ligands here, A, B, C, D here. Now in this case, if you take the mirror images for this one, this is A and C will be remain as it is. This B will come here and D is here. Okay. So now in this case, if we want to put this structure on this one, the mirror images are not superimposable. Are not what here? Superimposable, because here we have B and here we have D. And here we have B and here we have D here. So if you want to put on this one, in this place what we have D here, so it will not cover. This place we have B, and but here we have what? D here. So they will not cover this structure here. That's why this type of mirror images are called non-superimposable mirror images. Non-superimposable mirror images here. So these are called, this type of structures, they don't have plane of symmetry. They don't have what here? Plane of symmetry in their structure, and they are non-superimposable mirror images of each other. See here, plane, they don't have plane of symmetry. Means what here? See, a best example is our hand only. Look at our hand. These are the mirror images of each other. Okay, mirror images, but they are non-superimposable mirror images. How it is? Means if we'll cover our hand here like this way, so this is our thumb. This is our thumb here. Okay, when we cover it here, so they will not get cover full. See, our thumbs are outside here. That means here they will not cover full here. So it is called non-superimposable mirror images. These are what? Non-superimposable mirror images. And why they are non-superimposable mirror images? Because they don't have plane of symmetry. Plane of symmetry means an imaginary line. If it is passes through the structure, and if it passes through the structure, it will cut into a two equal half. Suppose this is our square here. Okay, structure it is. And this plane of symmetry means an imaginary line. It passes through the structure and it gives two equal halves. It gives what here? Two equal halves. Then this structure has plane of symmetry. Okay, POS. If this imaginary line passes through the structure and it gives two equal halves, then this structure has plane of symmetry. Okay, and they are superimposable mirror images to each other. They are superimposable mirror images to each other. Means they will cover full on. If we'll put this one, if we'll put on this one, so it will cover full here. Okay, totally it will cover here. But our hand, see here, in our hand there is no plane of symmetry. If we will cut our hand from here this side, we will not get the equal halves, or either if we will cut like this way also, we will not get the two equal half here. Okay, so that means here this structure, okay, does not have plane of symmetry. So what? They are mirror images. The mirror images of our hand is non-superimposable. So they will show the optical activity. What they will show? Optical activity. So this structure does not have plane of symmetry. That's why they will show the optical activity, and they rotate the pane polarized light either to right side. They will show to the right side. This is called dextrorotatory. What it is called? Dextrorotatory. And they will show, they will rotate the plane polarized light to the left side. Left side it is. So it is what? Leo-rotatory. Leo-rotatory it is. So this dextro and leo-rotatory forms are what it is? A pair which are mirror images, non-super mirror images to each other here, and they are collectively known as enantiomers. What they are called? Enantiomers. So this dextro and leo forms are the optical isomers, okay, and they are collectively known as enantiomers. So what is the requirement for a substance to be an optically active? The requirement is the molecule does not have plane of symmetry, and they should be non-superimposable mirror images to each other. These 2 points are very important. What is that one? The first is they should not have plane of symmetry, no plane of symmetry in the structure, and second is they should be non-superimposable mirror images to each other. Okay, non-superimposable mirror images to each other. Then only they will show the optical activity. Okay, and they will show the optical isomerism. So see here, I have given example of this square here. I said that this square has a plane of symmetry, and if you take the square planar structure here, this is our metal, and here we have 4 ligands here. Okay, so A ligand we have here. Because this is a square planar, in the name only it is planar, it is all the ligand they are in same plane. So this square planar structure has plane of symmetry. That's why they will not show the optical isomerism. So in square planar structures we don't have the optical isomerism, and But in octahedral structure we have plane of symmetry, does not have plane of symmetry in octahedral structure in some structure, so they will show the optical isomerism. So in this class we are going to see the optical isomerism and plus geometrical isomerism in octahedral structure. Okay. So see here, this is the structure of octahedral, square planar bipyramidal. Bipyramidal means here like this it will be, if you will cover like this. This is two pyramids here, up one and down one. So it is, the structure is what called square planar bipyramidal it is. Okay. So now in this square planar bipyramidal we are going to see first what are the cis position and what are the trans position. Okay. So see here. Here I have put numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. So in this 1 and 2 are at 90 degree here, and that's why it is a cis position. And same here 1 and 3 it is on 90 degree, and it is also what here cis position. How it is, see here, this is the, actually this is the square planar structure in 3D dimensional. I will try to show you here. This is our square planar, okay, and above the plane one atom will be there and below the plane one atom will be there here. Okay, so this one, this is one, this is what first one is 1 here, and next we have here second one will be this one. Okay, this is second position, first, second, third. So first, second, third. So this is first, second, third. Fourth one is this one, down one. Fourth one is this one. This number is 4. So down it is. This is 4 here. So first, second, third, and this is fourth down here. And next we have here, this is fifth, and this is what, sixth here. This one fifth, and this is what, sixth here. Are you getting? This is first, second, third. Fourth is down below the plane here. And this is fifth, and this is what, sixth here. So in this case, this first and second, they will be in cis form here. First and second at 90 degree here. And then again this first and third. This first and third, this is also 90 degree here. Okay, first and third also. And next here, this first and fifth. First and what? Fifth. This first and fifth. This one, first and fifth. This is also on 90 degree, and first and sixth. This is also on 90 degree here position here. So this first and sixth, this is also 90 degree position here. And 1 and 4, they will be opposite to each other at 180 degree Celsius. This is 1 and this 4, they will be in 180 degree Celsius opposite to each other here. So what are the position here? First and second, then we have what? 1 and third, and then 1 and fifth. Okay, and 1 and sixth. 1 and 6. These are cis position here. Same here, this 4 and 3. Same here if you take for this one now. For down the plane we have no here. So this is also same it is. So in this case this is 4 and 3 here. Okay, next we will have 4 and 5 here. 4 and 2 and 4 and 1 here. Like this way. 4 and 3. This is also cis position. Then 4 and 2. 4 and 2, 4 and 1 not, okay, 4 and 1 not in position, they are trans, and 4 and 5, and next we have 4 and 6. So these are the cis position. Okay, same here. Are you getting this one? So this is first and second, first and third, first and fifth, first and what here, sixth here. Similarly for this one, 4 and third, okay, 4 and third, 4 and second, 4 and 5, 4 and 6 here. Okay, and again we have here 2 and 3. This one also they are at 90 degree. 2 and 3. This is also cis position. And 3 and 5. This one. This 3 and 5 also cis position. And 5 and 6. This is also cis position. And 6 and 2. These are also cis position. Okay. And what are trans position? So cis position, this many we have a cis position in the octahedral. What are trans position? Trans position are 1 and 4. Next we have what? 2 and 5. This one. 2 and 5. And this 3 and 6. this one. So these are the cis position, these are the trans position. Okay, so 192, 193, 195, 196, 90 degree here, all are in 90 degree, they will have cis position. Similarly 4 and 3, 4 and 2 and 4 and 5, 4 and 6, these are also at 90 degree, they will have cis position. But 1 and 6, this diagonal, and 2 and 5, this diagonal, and 3 and 6, this 3 diagonal, they have got a trans position. Okay. So in octahedral, the first one case we will see about MA6. MA6, all the ligands are same, homoleptic. Homoleptic is there, means there is no geometrical isomerism, same like square planar here. So if we will change their position also, see here, two methods are there. Okay, in this easy trick, it is what means, just we have to make the combination, how many combinations are possible. Okay, that many will be the geometrical isomerism. So in this case, there is we have only one type of combination only, AA. Okay, no other combinations are possible in this case. That means here there is no geometrical isomerism for this MA6 type here, or the ligands are same. If we will change the position of these ligands, or just we flip this one, we will get the same structure here. When we are changing the position, their structure has changes, that is called isomerism, geometrical isomerism. But here there is no change in, when we change the position, there is no change in the structure, so that's why no geometrical isomerism here. Similarly for here, if you see here MA5B here, here we have 5 and B. If we change this one, if we flip this one, what we will get here? Here we will get this structure. Okay. Same here, A will be there, here A, only here A and here B. But in this case, what will happen here? See, in front of A, what we have? B here. In front of A we have here. In this case, in front of A we have, in front of A we have B here. Same structure it is, there is no change in the structure only. Okay, and if you take the combination here, only one type of combination we have here. That's why this MA6 and MA5B or MAB5, this both they will not show the geometrical isomerism and even optical isomerism. For understanding the optical isomerism, easy trick what we have here, it is means in this combination. Remember this one point, in our combination, if we have AA type ligand, okay, so there is no plane of, there will be plane of symmetry, and that means here optically inactive, OI it is. Okay, so if we have a AA type ligand, then the optically it will be inactive, because they will have plane of symmetry, so optically inactive it is if we have same ligand here. And if we have AB type, two ligands, similar ligands, AB type, two pairs we have here, in this case also the molecule or the structure is optically inactive. These 2 points are very important, key point it is. So in our combination, if we have same type of AA type we have, then it is optically inactive. And in our combination, if we have AB type 2 times if we have, then also that is optically inactive. Okay, so that means here this both are optically inactive, because we have here AA type here, so it is optically inactive. Okay, so next we have here MA4B2. This is important, MA4B2. How we can draw the structure here? Okay, so see here B2. This B2 it is less in number. Okay, so this B2 we will take as a constant, and first by using that we will make the cis and trans. How will make means this B. Okay, this B write down here and here on cis position 2B. Remaining A just write down here. Okay, so this is cis position, and B make it trans here. This B and this B make it trans here. So and remaining A it is like this way. This A here. So this is called cis. What is it called? Cis. And this is what called trans. So this one have two geometrical isomerism, MA4B2 here. So this similar ligands, they are in cis position here. See here, AA and AA, they are in cis position, and here this BB, they are in trans position here. Similar ligands are in a trans position here, BB. So it is trans here, and you can make the combination also here. See, you can make AA, and then we have BB. This is one combination we can make. Another possibility what here, AB, okay, AA. So we have here two combination here, and how we can draw the structure means here BB. B is, it is in small means small in number 2 only we have here, that we will take it here. So this B we can make it first in cis position and remaining A write down, and this BB make it trans here. Okay, so this will be cis form, this will be what here, transform here. And in this both the cases there is no optical activity. Why? Because in our combination we have AA, so this is optically inactive, and here we have AB, two times we have, and A also we have here, so this is also optically inactive. Okay, example is CuNH3 4Cl2 here. This example in theory exam they will tell you to draw the structure, so you should know the how to draw the structure here. So this Cl2, this 2 Cl will be in the cis position, okay, and remaining NH3 it will be here like this way. This is NH3 and NH3, okay. So this is cis form, and next we have here water trans, means this 2 Cl will be in trans to each other here. Remaining here we will have NH3 here, 4 NH3, okay, and they are optically inactive. So total 2 geometrical isomerisms are there in Ma4B2 type here. Now same we have here Ma4BC here. Same it is, just you have to put here B and here C. So it will be cis form here. Remaining A write down here. Okay, and here this B and C will be in cis form here, and A here. So both are this is cis form and this is what transform here. And example is CuNH3 4ClBr here. What we have here, or ClBr we have here. So the Cl and Br both will be in transform and cis form. We can do it here. So these are the examples for this one, Ma4B2, Ma4BC here. So both they will have geometrical isomerism but no optical isomerism in this case here. If you make it combination, how it will be AA and BC. This is one combination we can make. Another is what possibility, AB, AC and AA. Okay. In both the cases there is no optical activity. Why? Because here we have AA, here we have AA. So both they will not show the optical activity or no optical isomerism in this case here. Are you getting? These two are important. This one is important. Ma4B2 in theory exam. Okay. Please remember this code. We have seen Ma6, Ma5B or MAB5, Ma4B2, Ma4BC. This Ma6 0, okay, geometrical isomerism, Ma5B 0 geometrical isomerism, Ma4B2 2 geometrical isomerism, no optical isomerism, and here Ma4BC 2 geometrical isomerism. So 0 0 2 2. This is one stop here, okay. So we have seen Ma6, Ma4B2, Ma4BC here, okay. So code is what, 0 0 2 2. This one just note down, okay. Next we will see then. So next we have here, next we have Ma3B3 type. Okay, this is also very important for theory. And now see the combination, how we can make it. AA, okay, first we will have AB and then BB. This is one possibility. And next we have here AB and then AB. This is one is there, okay. So these are the possibility are there. That means here 2 geometrical isomerisms are there. How to draw? See now. Okay, see here how to draw it is. So in this here first you have to take 3A are there. So this 3A just write as a cis form here. A in cis position write down, and this 3B also write down in cis position. B here. Okay, understood? A, these are three cis position, B are in cis position here. Just flip this two, A and B, just flip it here, okay. So after flipping, what we will get here, this B will come here and A it will go here, and next here we will get what, the remaining it will be same only, A, B and B. We are getting a different structure here, okay. How we are getting the different structure? See here, this 3A, look at here, this 3A, okay, and this 3B, if we will join here like this way, this 3B, okay, can you see? So this is like this it will look, A and B here. If you see carefully, it is look like a facial. They are like they are facing to each other here. A and B, A and B, A and B. Just they are facing to each other here. That's why this form is called facial. Okay, what is it called? Facial. And here, in this case, if you will see here, this 3A. If you join here, this 3A, okay. They are in the same plane here, this type, this one. All the three A, they are in the square planar only here, okay. So it is called Merr form or meridional. Meridional, in short it is called Merr, or this one in short is called fake here, okay. So in MA3B3 we have facial and meridional form here. Only in MA3B3 we have this facial and meridional form here. All in facial, all the 3AA they will be exactly face to the BBB here. That's why the name it is facial, and it is meridional. All the three they are in the same plane here. This 3A will be in the same plane. So the name is here meridional or Merr form here. How we will draw here? First you have to draw the all the 3AA in cis position here, and this BB in cis position. Just flip this A and B here above. So just we have flipped this one. So we will get the different structure here. But they are optically inactive. Why? See the combination here. In this first we have AA type, so it is optically inactive. In second case we have 2AB, so this is also optically inactive. So this MA3B3 we have only two geometrical isomerism, no optical isomerism. Okay. Similarly we have here, next we have here MA3B2C type here. So next we have MA3B2C type here. Okay. In this you have to make it combination. Just make it combination and check it how many geometrical isomerism will be possible here. Okay. So write down like this way. So for you will get easy here to make the pairs here. So first we will make AA, AB and BC. Okay. AA, AB and BC. Okay. So next what we can do here, take this one AA, okay, and next what, take this A with this B and with this B. So AB and AC. This is one possibility is there, okay. Again now what we can make it here, AA, BB and AC. This is one is there, okay. And next what we have here, again what we can make here. So only three possibilities are there in this, and so three geometrical isomerisms are there in this, okay. Three geometrical isomerism, and how many optical isomerism? Just check it here whether we have here AA combination is there here, so it is optically inactive. In these two AB we have, this is also optically inactive, and here we have one AA, so this is also optically inactive. So total we have three geometrical isomerism and no optical isomerism in this A3B2C type here. Similarly for this A3BCD also you can try it. How many combinations are possible? So just check it, and that many will be the geometrical isomerism here. Okay. So do it here. AA it is, AB we have, and CD. Okay. First it is like this way, AA, AB and CD. This is one possibility. Next, what we will do here, again take it AA with this, just change it here, AC and BD do it. So AC and BD. This is one possibility over. Next, what we can do here, again we can take it AB, AC and AD. AB, AC and AD. Okay. Again, next what we can do here, here we can do it here, AA, BC and AD. AA, BC and AD. So four possibilities are there in this case, and in this you can see here how we can find out optically active or inactive. Here we have AA, so it is optically inactive. This is also AA, we have here optically inactive. Here AB, AC, AD. In this case, we don't have AA also, and two different ligands AB type also not there here. So that's why this one will show the optical isomerism. Okay, no plane of symmetry in this, no POS here. So that's why optically active, that is dextro and Leo here, it will form here. And here we have AA, so this is also optically inactive. So in this all four we will get here one will be the optically active, remaining three will be what here, optically inactive here. So how we can write here, total geometrical isomerism, how many we have here, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 4 geometrical isomerism we have here. Okay. Next we can write here optically active, how many are there? Optically active we have here 2. Optically active isomers are 2, and optically inactive we have here 3. So total stereoisomers here we have how much here we have here 5. This 3 and 2 plus you do it, totally 5 it will be. And enantiomers, how many we have here? 2. These are what? Enantiomers. So enantiomers, how many we have? 2. So right here enantiomers 2, and here enantiomer space if they ask. Enantiomers space, how many we have here? 1 here. Okay. So in this case we have totally 1 will be optically active and remaining will be what? Here optically inactive. So like this they can ask here, geometrical isomerism, number of geometrical isomers, number of optical isomers, inactive isomers or enantiomers. Enantiomers means here dextro and Leo here. 2 are there, so 2 we can write here. And how many pairs? This is 1 pair. This is what enantiomers, 1 pair it is. So we can write here 1 pair here. And total stereoisomers or space isomers if they ask, so total stereoisomers or space isomers we have 5 here. Like this you can calculate in octahedral. These all are for the monodentate ligand it is. Okay. So till now we have seen in octahedral this many isomerisms. Okay. First type is what? MA6, MA5 by MAB5, MA4B2, MA4BC here. So what will be the code here? MA6 means here 0 geometrical isomerism here. MA5B, this is also 0 here. And MA4B2, 2 geometrical isomerisms possible. MA4BC, here also 2 geometrical isomerism possible. In MA3B3, 2 geometrical isomerism possible. One is facial, one is meridional. Okay, that one. Next we have MA3B2C. Here we have 3 geometrical isomerism possible. And MA3BCD, 4 geometrical isomerism is possible. Just now we have seen. Okay. Next we have MA2B2C2 type here. Here we will have 5 geometrical isomerism. Okay. And here MA2B2CD, here we will have 6 geometrical isomerism. Here we will get 9 and here we will get 15. So please remember this one. What is this one? This is 5, 6 and 9 and 15. So if you try, just try it, make it combination, you will get this number here. Okay. This is what? 1. Okay. And this is 1. You can remember this table. This is 1 and this first one here. Okay. This first one here. Like this you can make 3 slot here. Okay. And in this 3 slot you can remember the numbers here. 0, 0, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 9, 15. Okay, 0, 0, 2, 2. And next we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 15 here. MA2, B2, C2, MA2, B2, CD, MA2, B, C, D, E, MA, B, C, D, E, F here. We will get 15 isomers here. We will get here in this geometrical isomerism, and all the geometrical isomerism are optically active. So we will get the totally 30 stereo isomerism for this one. Okay, these all 15 geometrical isomerisms, they are optically active, and that's why we will get the 30 stereo isomerism for this one. So these all are about octahedral octahedral geometrical and optical isomerisms. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Next video we are going to see the isomerism in octahedral for bidentate ligand. Okay, bidentate ligand, symmetrical or unsymmetrical. Okay, thank you so much for watching.